Hey, this is Sam Black with my first match with Amulet in Modern. It's always tricky to figure out if you want to keep your opening hand with this deck. So here I have a lot of mana but no accelerators and 2 finishers. Tolaria West kind of functions as a finisher because it can get packed, they can get Primeval Titan. So basically 3 finishers and some lands. And I'm on the draw, so this is most likely going to be too slow, and I have Slayer Stronghold in my hand, which is bad because you want to be able to find it with Titan, so I'm going to mulligan this. This is quite a bit better. I have everything I need to go off, being a bounce land, a Summer Bloom, and a finisher. The only thing this hand is missing is an Amulet, and while going off is much better with an Amulet, it's not strictly necessary. Because I can just put lands into play and then cast my Primeval Titan if my Serum Vision finds like another bounce land instead of finding an Amulet. Alright, so I'm playing against Tron, so my life doesn't matter. I just need to try to go fast, so obviously I'm going to play Mana Confluence and then cast Serum Visions to try to dig for an Amulet. And there's an Amulet on top. Don't need Azusa, so I'm just going to draw Amulet and cast Primeval Titan. Unless, nope, that's just what's going to happen. I'm going to draw Amulet, cast Amulet, play Bounce Land, cast Summer Bloom, cast Primeval Titan. This is not red-green Tron, this is blue Tron of some sort, but I don't think that's going to matter right now. It's important to stack these in the right order. You need to untap and then pick up, obviously, so you have to stack the pick up first. And of course you have to pick up the bounce land so you can play it again. Now we just do a simple loop to get to 6 mana. And now that I have 6 mana and I don't have another land play, I might as well pick up the Mana Confluence so that I can have more mana in play. Cast Primeval Titan. And now I'm just going to get Slayer Stronghold and Vesuva. Or, I mean, Boros Garrison, rather. Boros Garrison, Slayer Stronghold. Untap both of those. Give the Titan haste. Do that in response to this ability so that I can pick up the Slayer Stronghold so that I don't have to pick up a bounce land. And now I can attack with the Titan. I get 2 more lands. I don't have Ghost Quarter in my main deck at the moment. That's one that you can go back and forth on. Obviously if I had it, I would get it against Tron so that I could break Tron. But since I don't, let's see. I already have a Tolaria West, but I mean, so a reasonable default here is to get Tolaria West and Simic Growth Chamber, and then pick up the Tolaria West, and then be able to transmute for a pact of whatever sort. However, given that I can't do that, I mean, I don't need to do that, rather. Wondering if there's anything better I could do. I could get Temple of Mystery instead of Tolaria West, start getting that scry value, or I could get Sunhome. No, I'd rather get Sunhome when I attack next turn. I think I'll just get... It really doesn't matter. I'll just get a Tolaria West and a Simic Growth Chamber. And I can't transmute as an instant, so floating mana in combat doesn't do anything. And I can't play any more lands, and I don't have enough mana to do anything, so I'm done. That doesn't look like what my opponent wanted to be doing here. Alright, so I think I just transmute Tolaria West. To get Pact of Negation, and then I can attack with Primeval Titan and get Sunhome and a bounce land, and then give Double Strike and kill my opponent with Pact Backup. And I can play a land if I want, but I don't see any real reason to. Alright. My opponent understands what's going on. So now, to sideboard. I definitely want Ghost Quarter. And against Bluetron, I don't think that I need, well, I don't think I need Forest for anything. I also don't really think I need Radiant Fountain. I'm going to keep Colony Garden so that I can chump block Wormcoil Engine with a plant token. Oh wait, no, I want Forest because my opponent can Ghost Quarter me, sorry. I'd cut Cavern against not blue. I guess I can have only one Forest and I'll be fine. Let's see, their threats are not things that I'm trying to Swan Song. Seal Primordium is the other card that I might want access to. They have a lot of artifacts and some of them sometimes matter. Let's give myself the option. I think I don't need to be super fast, and I don't need red mana. Spirit Guide is kind of a package deal with Pyroclasm sometimes. I also don't think I need Slaughter Pact, so I'll cut Spirit Guide and Slaughter Pact and bring in a couple of seals. I could certainly see an argument for Spirit Guide over one of the seals or a land, but this is roughly where I want to be. So we'll submit and see if my opponent, well, see if I draw a little worse and we can, play an interesting game. Let's see, so here I have no bounce land and no accelerator. I have just a bunch of mana and two finishers, Pact and Ancient Stirrings. Ancient Stirrings is pretty good, Scry from Temple is pretty good. But this is a slow hand and a racing matchup, and the Pact of Negation doesn't stop my opponent from killing me. I think this hand would be pretty good against some other decks, but it's definitely not a good hand against Tron. And there, I think I have to do better than this. This'll work. So my plan here is, this hand is a little soft to my opponent's Ghost Quarter, but it's not that bad. Well, it's kind of bad, but it's fine. So obviously here I'm just trying to bloom a bunch of lands into play and then Pact for Titan. It's also nice to have my Ghost Quarter, I suppose. So obviously, oh, I suppose I should have Vesuved my opponent's island rather than playing Ghost Quarter. That was a small mistake. I don't think it's going to matter. I think either way I'm just playing Growth Chamber, but technically would have been... Oh, my opponent doesn't have a land. That's a weird keep. Anyway, I'm going to play Growth Chamber. Hive Mind was a really good draw. Now, rather than playing a Titan that doesn't have haste that my opponent could Karn or something, I can just play Hive Mind and Summoner's Pact and kill my opponent with Pact. So, I don't see any reason not to have this in play to pay for a stubborn denial that there's no way my opponent has. So I'll play Summer Bloom and just put lands into play. Two more land plays left. I'll just play this and then play this. God, copying this. Pick up the Teleria West. And now, in a perfect world, my opponent will tap out for something, or I'll draw Pact Negation. If I'm really worried, I can transmute Teleria West for Pact Negation before going for it, if I think that my opponent has a counterspell. But another Talisman. I think I can safely take a turn to transmute here. Get a Pact Negation. Wow! I did not see that coming. Alright, you got me. A lot of talismans. Might as well cast this. And take the only thing I can take. Put this other stuff on the bottom. Now I have to decide if I want to go for this Hive Mind. I guess I have another threat in the Summoner's Pact, so it's not the end of the world. It's likely to just get condescended, but what are you going to do? A null. It's actually pretty good against me. Alright, well. I'll just play this. Pick up Ghost Quarter. My opponent has the weirdest counter spells. These are not ones I'm used to playing against. It's Tron. Do you do anything with it? Figured that'd be Mindslaver. And activate it. Alright, well I have to not cast Pact, because then my opponent would just choose not to pay. So obviously I'm going to get Ghost Quartered here, but that's fine, I have more than enough lands. I'm going to Summoner's Pact for nothing and bloom no lands into play and Ghost Quarter myself. That's pretty bad. Then I'm going to be on the hook for Summoner's Pact and have no threats. Probably losing this game. It looked so good, but there are just these weird counterspells that got me. I figured this would just get played, copying nothing. copying as it may, so my opponent could have just killed my Vesuva here, which is a good play that I hadn't mentioned. I guess it puts a land into play that I could later pick up, but as is, I don't really know what's going on here. Just doing stuff. I think that was make a play, undo the play. Alright, now I have a Textless Vesuva in play. Don't know if in this spot Textless Vesuva in play is better or worse than Vesuva in hand. I wonder if my opponent should have, I doubt it matters, but I wonder if my opponent should have played Ghost Quarter and Sun Home and Ghost Quartered Sun Home, and just left me with a bunch of mana, since I have enough mana anyway. Keep the Cavern a secret. It looks like now we're just racing to draw a finisher. We both have mana, and it's just which one of us finds business. Of course, my opponent might already have counter spells, but Cavern kind of helps with that. So if this resolves, I'm hoping for Teleria West, but didn't find it. Let's reset this Vesuva. Titan. Alright, Titan. It doesn't matter what I do with these. Titan's resolving for sure, but maybe he'll, like, counter the trigger or something. So we'll put Teleria West on top. Giant, please. Oh, that was some super sloppy tapping. I should be transmuting Teleria West here. Oh well. Still think I find Teleria West Growth Chamber. Or I could find Teleria West Slayer's Stronghold. And then, yeah, because I can use Vesuva to pick up Teleria West. Okay. Teleria West, Slayer's Stronghold. Well, I don't have red mana, but we'll worry about that later. Let's see what I've already gone through. I've used only one Teleria West. And one Summoner's Pact. Cool. Let's see. Gonna Vesuva my Growth Chamber to pick up a Teleria West to get a Pact of Negation. Oh, I should have tapped this for mana. Oh well. Probably won't matter. transmute. More squelches. Alright, you got me. So now I get Teleria West Boros garrisons that I can start using these lands. And of course, if I had tapped this before rather than wasting my blue mana, I could transmute this. That's fine. If I played a land this turn, this is what I was saying about I still just make little mistakes. Alright, I already played Vesuva. So I can't play another land this turn. So let's see. I guess I want Temple Garden and Gruul Turf. Gruul Turf combines with this thing to let me activate both of my special lands, and this gives me a scry. Don't need this. I already have plenty of lands in play. I'll just pick this up for more scrying later. Wonder if I'm just going to lose because I wasn't able to transmute this because I forgot to tap the other one, and so I can't get a pact negation when I otherwise would be able to. It's a very easy thing to lose to in this spot. Alright, it looks like we're good. Alright, let's try it again. More squelches? Am I just letting you draw cards for no reason? Well, I guess you could counter my lands if you were just trying to cycle your squelches. Alright, resolved. Let's get a pact negation. I can make another Titan if I want. I don't know that there's a reason to. I don't care about my Titan being untapped, so I'm just going to see if my opponent lets me attack with both of these things so that I can get their triggers before I start using my lands. So if my opponent is interacting with the Titans, at least I already get the lands. We're really scraping the bottom of the barrel on utility lands at this point. Almost at the point where I should just be picking up my Simic Growth Chambers. I guess can't hurt to get this. And yeah, sure, I'll reset my Vesuva. And I just put random lands into play to help pay for pacts. Oh, whoops. That's mana that I probably wanted to use on Double Strike, but I have plenty of mana. Repeal. Snapcaster. What does that do? Snapcaster Squelch? I think I can. So on the one hand, my opponent might just die if I cast Pact here. In fact, it seems fairly likely. If I let it all happen, then my opponent gets to draw 2 cards. Yeah, I'm just off it. Especially since my opponent's at the point where 2, 4, 10... Yeah, the thing that I'm worried about is my opponent just casting Emrakul, which I don't have enough life to live through, so I don't want to let my opponent have extra time for no reason. Remand Pact is not the most productive play. I probably would have remanded the Snapcaster, but... Alright, that'll do it. That's a good one. I guess there's a reasonably compelling case for Summoner's Pact in response to that, but I don't really think that another Titan has any impact on the outcome of this game. But yeah, I'll just do this while it's something that I might be able to resolve, since I definitely will never be able to again. And with my opponent getting a turn, maybe my opponent will find some way to kill a Titan, and I'll want more of them. Alright. So now Snapcaster Squelch gets to happen. I don't know if that's ever... I mean, obviously it's been done before, if people are playing them in the same deck, which apparently someone is doing. But I don't think I've ever seen it personally. No, this is still 14. Because the Snapcaster is after blocks, and this is 8 plus 6. Oh, what a weird game. Alright, that's the match.